welcome to my channel, It On Keto. If you're new to my channel, I use the ketogenic journey to lose 212 pounds. I am not at my lowest, but I am working my way back down to it. It is day 8 of May's challenge being put on by It On Keto channel. Link below. Go check it out. But that got interrupted. That being said, if you're new, this is about my daily life, my stress, my sleep, my illnesses, my recoveries, my weight loss journey, foods I eat, my family, you name it, it is here. This is like a diary to me. So, what have I done today? Well, first of all, this video is going to be looking back at the last week. You're going to see clips of my sleep, my steps, and my macros, my weigh-ins I will tell you about because I haven't been putting them on the app. What else? The foods I ate is all going to be wrapped into one video. What I ate today was a keto chow, the caramel macchiato, which I still do not like anymore. Ever since the C word, I hate the taste of it, but I had a lot, so I will be eating that every day this week until it is gone, even though I don't like it. But I've been adding some collagen to it. I added salted caramel collagen to help with the flavor some. It's just too bitter on my tongue ever since I got the C word. And that's what I had. I also had 4 ounces of some London roll fried up on the stove real fast. And a collagen coffee I'm drinking right now. I did wake up swollen. We will go over today's weight and the weight of the whole entire week later in this video. It is a low pressure today. So I know tomorrow or the next day, sometimes it takes 3 days, I will go up in weight drastically, water weight, because I took an ibuprofen. I'm very nauseous, very sick to my stomach with the horrible migraine I have. It's all through here. It is absolutely horrifying. I slept until 11 today because of it. I thought I was waking up at 9 and it was 11. Of course, Dino was up until 3 something, so the noise kind of woke me up back and forth all night. What else? Oh my gosh, there's so much. So, let's talk about something real fast. So last night I made a 13-minute video, which I'm about to go rewatch once my head calms down. So, you might have already seen it, or I might have decided to not put it in my video. So, there's a good chance I might change my mind and not stick it in there, and then there's a good chance that I'm going to say the heck with it and you would have seen it. I know I probably should go watch it first before even talking about this. But I've been doing a lot of thinking back and forth. Even Dino said last night, if YouTube stresses you out too much and people are too judgy, maybe you shouldn't do it. You don't really get anything out of it, which is totally true. I don't even make $78 a month the last couple of, the last time I really made money on it was in September. Ever since then, you have to make $100 to cash out, like over $100 each month. So there are months I don't get anything. So I don't actually get anything from YouTube. I'm doing it to document my journey, to show people that if I can do it, anyone can do it, to just be there for people, give you new information, and show you that even though life can be extremely stressful, you have a family that loves eating out, loves food, and you have to be a part of it. And a lot of y'all really said, you know, just bring your own food. You can't. There's no restaurants around here anywhere that will allow you to bring outside food. There are signs everywhere. They do not care if you have illnesses or anything. They are very strict. Not eating outside bottled water is allowed. It's no food, no water, like nothing, no drinks, no food outside. And they're legally allowed to do that. Because years ago I got in a lot of arguments about it because my allergies were so bad. And yes, I could go and not eat beforehand, but my family doesn't like me doing that. And on Mexican, yes, I was stressed about Mexican because I really love chips and salsa, and I always screw up and eat chips and salsa, especially salsa. But this time, I tasted the salsa with my wing. It was gross. My family didn't even eat the salsa. The chips were so burned. But I just was sitting there scared that I was going to be weak and eat chips and salsa. And then all the food normally makes my tummy sick. That's why I picked the wings, so I wouldn't get sick to my stomach. I never had an allergic reaction to the wings before, ever, and I did have an allergic reaction. Now, they couldn't tell me if they had used latex gloves, which English isn't so good there, which is understandable, and they could have ran out of their normal gloves and used latex, and that could explain what happened. So it's not like I run family events. I will go to an event all day long and not eat. It's just they get upset if I don't eat. That's the problem, because they associate food with love. So yeah, like even places I go don't let you sneak in dressing. Even Cracker Barrel, where other states they don't care, here they have signs on the door, you cannot bring outside food. But I can eat Cracker Barrel just fine. If I know I'm going for salad, I know I'm going to gain some water weight and not care, because I really enjoy salad. All right, I really love salad. It's one of my favorite things. It's just if it has iceberg lettuce, it normally makes me sick to my stomach. But Cracker Barrel uses romaine lettuce. All the places we've been going have romaine lettuce now, so I'm good to go, and I'm perfectly fine with the water weight gain from something that I enjoy. But I haven't enjoyed the Mexican restaurant in a very long time. So that's why I was so upset. Not even upset, just like worried to put on weight for something I don't even like. And I know I'm going up. Like I said, I've had ibuprofen. So I already know the scale will move up. Also, it's Shark Week. Yes, it started yesterday again. I should have known. 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. And no, my GYN has no openings right now. Every 2 weeks. It's very frustrating when you go to your doctor. They run tons of blood tests, and they're like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with you. And because they called me the other day. I'm like, yes, but I'm in tons of pain. I feel horrible. It's more than just my fibromyalgia. And they're like, yes, we're calling it long haul COVID, and no test is going to show it. There's no cure. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it's doing to you. Just continue your vitamin D and your Claritin, and take ibuprofen around the clock for pain. I don't want to take ibuprofen around the clock. My kidneys are finally normal again because I stopped taking it, and they were dinged pretty hard. And now they're healing themselves because I've gone months with only taking like 2 or 3. So, that's why I get frustrated. Okay. And if you don't end up seeing the video, like I point out, I know people's got it worse than me. But guess what? People's got it worse than the people complaining to me that they got it worse. You can come to me and tell me your horrible things, and I will be very sad for you. I will pray for you. I will be there for you. I will be on your side. It's when I feel attacked, when someone says you need to tone it down because other people's got worse than you. No, you want my sympathy, you want my kindness, then you need to come at me kind. Telling me someone's got worse than me, you invalidating me. Literally. There are people, like, I have it 1 billion times worse than my daughter ever had it. She's very spoiled, never, ever have wanted for anything in her life. But I have to validate her feelings when she thinks she's got it so horrible, because that is how she feels. She doesn't know anything else, okay? She doesn't know it can be worse. So to her, when she's upset about not being able to see her friend, or she's upset because something got rained out and she's very depressed and upset about it, I have to recognize she doesn't know worse. So to her, that is worse, because that is the worst she knows, okay? I know worse than when I tell y'all, because I'm not ever going to air all my laundry on the internet, or all my past trauma on the internet. It's just not going to happen. So I know everyone's got it worse than someone else. But even a princess who something to them devastates happens or makes them feel bad, it is devastating because they don't know any worse. So them freaking out about it is perfectly fine, because for them, it is devastating. Even if you think it's nothing, because you're comparing your trauma to theirs. It doesn't work that way in life. It just doesn't. That's not humanity. That's not kindness. That's not empathy. That's not compassion. That's like someone coming to you and saying, my car, like Keto Diamond, her car window just busted out for no reason. My heart went out to her. I could feel her pain. That's a brand new car. Her baby, she's only had it 2 months, and now she's got the suspense again, and everything's falling on her head at once. I understand. I've been through some crap. But I would never go to her and invalidate and say, well, girl, you could have blah, 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 blah just happened to you this year that cost even more than all your stuff does, so you should be fine, and you need to just tone it down because blah, blah. No, we don't do that to people. Especially if you're from the South. You don't do that. No. We have compassion. We have understanding, empathy. Maybe I won't show y'all the video. I don't know. Since I'm kind of talking about it here, I really get involved in the comments because there's multiple people, and I did not show any of those comments. I deleted them because I didn't want them to look like an ass in front of everyone, because I really think maybe the one is going through some problems or something, because I can guarantee if I would have posted that comment, people would have freaked out that they had said that, because it was shocking. I was just like, what is wrong with people right now? Everyone has their own channels if they want one, right? You can have your personality on there. You can cry. You can be happy and upbeat all the time. Like Dino says, I just need to make my videos very upbeat. Never talk about anything wrong. Never talk about my sleep being bad. Never talk about my headaches. Never talk about being nauseous. Just talk about keto and how positive, and always have a smile, and only show shallow surface. Because that's what people want to see, not the rest. Which I totally get where he's coming from. But other people can do that for their channel, and maybe I'll do something like that in the future, but this is a weight loss journey, which means if I am just shallow, showing, oh my goodness, and not upset about, oh, my sleep. I wasn't really upset. I was just saying, oh, my sleep. I'm only lying to me. I'm only lying to everyone else, and what's the point? And yes, sometimes tiny stuff upsets me because there's some big stuff going on that upsets me that I don't talk about. Okay? Since COVID, my post-traumatic stress syndrome that I have, which I had under control for years, is 100% out of control. So you might see that I slept 8 to 10 hours. But what you don't know is I could not wake up during that time, and I was in horrific night terrors, literally night terrors, and wake up with tears running down my face, my heart pounding and shaking to pieces. That is not good sleep. Even if the watch says it's good sleep, it is not, because then I'm irritable and I have a headache and I'm pissed off all day long because I went through hell while I was sleeping. And I couldn't wake up from it. So I have sleep paralysis and I have sleep terrors. I was diagnosed as a child when I got post-traumatic stress syndrome. And I can't take any of the medicines for it. They have some great medicine out there that will help it, but I cannot have them. I've gone through them all. And I had gotten rid of them. So it coming back after 3 years of not having to deal with that is very hard on me. So I don't care what the number of the sleep thingy says. If you're having nightmares the whole entire time, it is horrifying sleep. I literally wake up crying and shaking, like my pillow soaking wet from my tears because I cried in my sleep for so many hours trying to wake up and couldn't. Like, I know I'm asleep. I know I'm in a nightmare, but I can't wake myself up. That is one of my night terror issues. I had it as a child, all through my teenage years, all up into my 30s, and I finally got rid of it when I started keto. And since COVID, it has come back full force. Okay, my fibromyalgia is 20 times worse. My anxiety, my ADHD, my depression, like after the first COVID was the first time I ever had a real depression in my life. All of this has been amplified, and the doctors tell me it's completely normal, and that's why I've been sent to therapy to learn how to deal with it all over again, which really sucks because I worked so hard my whole life trying to fix it, getting it fixed, and then it messing up again. So that is why sometimes I'm moody, and having a period every 2 weeks makes me moody too, because I have I forgot what it's called. Basically, it's where you could be homicidal when you have your period, like the week before. It's really, really bad. And I go to dark places for like 2 or 3 days. That's why I used to not film during that. But, hello, I'm having it every 2 weeks, so I need to film anyways. So on those days, I try my best to be uplifting. But the day I was struggling about the food and other things, that was the bad parts when I probably shouldn't have been filming. This is just it. And I've talked to tons of women now that are telling me they know people, or they're having the same issues with every 2 weeks now since they got COVID. Which is strange. Very, very strange. So I want to be here for everyone. I don't want to end my channel because I have amazing people right here who leave me amazing comments every day, and I don't seem to be affecting their life badly. And that is why I stay. This is why I do it. I don't do it for money. I definitely don't do it for the nasty comments. And I just do it because if I can help one person be able to get off the couch and move, lower their blood pressure, lower their diabetes, like to nothing, then it's worth it for me. Because sometimes this doesn't help my journey. Sometimes it actually makes it worse because I feel really stressed. Yeah. So when I have the migraines, the head shake's worse, or maybe it's the head shaking because it's been shaking for 3 days that causes the migraines. I don't know which comes first. But I lost total train of thought. Total thing chop. Oh, and people that are concerned about the cat stressing me out so much, they don't stress me out any more than making YouTube videos does. Or hanging out with my family, or having to clean my house. The stress is all equal. And no, all my cats, none of them have. Well, the kittens couldn't have it because the mommy and daddies don't have it. I forgot what it's called. It's where you can get it from the cat litter. It can make you very sick. It doesn't just make you have memory loss. It can kill you. My cats do not have that, and I'm an extremely careful person. I am such a careful person when it comes to cat litter, because I know someone had pointed that out. But no, I'm very careful. Also, they are my babies. Of course, I would choose my daughter over the cats. There's no reason to. Sharky, when I'm upset, when I'm crying, when I just don't feel good, he comes and lays on top of me, looks me in the eyes, and starts purring. If you look up cat healing, it's totally a real thing. Their purrs heals your body. I feel like if I'm nauseous and he does that, the nausea goes away so much faster. When I'm upset and depressed and he does that, it calms me down and mellows me so fast. So my cats actually bring me 1,000,000,000 times more joy than they give me stress. They've learned now that mommy can close the bedroom door, but it makes our room hotter, and Dino's having trouble sleeping with the door closed. And then I can sleep all night because they're no longer crying or scratching the door. But he can't really. It's hard for me to sleep with the door closed too, to be honest. I like it. It's cooler with the door open. Ow. My head is really shaking and it's really giving me a worse headache. So, and right now, because the kittens, I definitely don't want to leave the door open because there's carpet in there. I am trying my best to potty train these kittens. I have never had an issue. ever. Usually it's show them the litter box and never another problem ever. But one of the kittens, one or two of them, and I don't know which ones, are having issues. I don't know which ones. And Piper is not helping them. So when they wake up every day, I put them straight into the litter. I put them in the litter while they're playing. Like, I constantly remind them. But having a little bit of problems. No one's going to adopt kittens that cannot use a litter box. Plus, they are still nursing, so there's no way to adopt them out. And no one wants cats that have emotional problems like my 3 does. Because they were so little when they went away from their mommy. Willow was about 2 weeks old, and the other ones were about 3-4 weeks old. So they do a lot of nursing on blankets still to this day. It's a coping mechanism. The vet said that it is normal for kittens who are taken away from their mommy before 12 weeks. Sometimes you can get away with it 10 weeks, but they have a lot of issues if you do it too early. And everywhere I called, it's all 12 weeks. So, I do have the babies longer, which kind of sucks because I'm going to be even more attached to them. They're so cute. They bring me so much joy, people. You just don't even know. I can just sit here and watch them play and see the little joy. And so, especially when I'm in so much pain I can't get up and do anything. That's what's killing me. Like, I went to the Dogwood Festival, walked that 14,000 steps or something, and I have been crushed ever since. Like, I have not been able to do it again. I feel prisoner to the couch, to be honest. Of course, the doctor says, oh, it's just COVID. You got to get used to it. No, I want to be strong again. Strong, people. So I'm going to sit here and drink my electrolytes because I think I forgot to yesterday. And I'm pretty sure I forgot my magnesium last night. And I forgot my Claritin last night. And I noticed when I do that, I wake up with horrible migraines. So I think I'm going to have to start putting them in pill bottles because I couldn't remember if I took it or not. So, not pill bottles, but you know, those little Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing again, since my memory's sucking on me. But that being said, let me show you what I eat today, and we will go over the whole last week. And I'll probably just add yesterday's video with this right now, because I'm probably not going to show the 13-minute rant I had because this video is really long already, and there's no reason, because I really called people out. I didn't say their names, but I was really upset and talked about so many different comments, and I've decided it's just not worth it now. What I've told y'all is enough. Like I said, people don't have to watch me if they're not getting anything from me, or they don't like my tone or my reactions, or, you know, if something's devastating me and you don't think it should, that's your problem, not mine. So people can do what they want. They can watch who they want, or stop watching, or fast forward. That's the great thing about a remote, right? So yeah, let me go ahead and show you yesterday's clips, and then I will show you what I eat today. Well, we'll eat today because I'm actually getting hungry other than the 2 things I already told you. And then we will discuss the whole last week and my weigh-in. Great. It is May 7th, so it is the 7th day of the weight loss challenge that It On Keto channel is putting on for me, which means today is a fowl, so chicken, turkey, fish. You'll have fish too. You'll add your protein drinks today as well, but your meat, and you'll have vegetables. So basically, your meat is chicken, turkey, hen. So, okay, any kind of fowl. And fish, any kind of fish. There we go. That is today's challenge. Sharky's being a little bad. I'm putting yesterday's video together. Let me go ahead and show you what I've had to eat today. Also, if you're new to my channel, I did use a ketogenic journey to lose 212 pounds, and I will be back to that 212 pounds. Let's get realistic here. As many times I have gained weight and lost weight because I either went off keto or went stress and everything else, I've lost way more than 212 pounds. I mean, I lost 212 pounds when I was 150 something, like 57 pounds. And then I got back up March 13th, I was 210 pounds. Which means when I get back to that, that would be, how many pounds have I lost? Because let's get real, it counts. Everyone's like, well, it doesn't really count because, no, it does. Because I gained it and lost it again. It does count. I'm the queen of losing weight. And yes, during stress, during not paying attention and eating too many pecans, during trying to do net carbs because I've got polycystic ovary syndrome, so net carbs like I was trying to do, no, and all life changes and having the C word twice, yeah, was it like 50 something pounds that I gained back? But guess what? Had nothing to do with keto. It had to do with me thinking I could do net carbs, me thinking I could do friggin' nuts when I know better, me thinking stress and sleep doesn't, I can't control stress, but I can't control my sleep. And it just was, whoo, yeah, had nothing to do with keto. It had to do with my body. So that being said, let me show you what I've eaten today. And yes, I have a smile on my face. Let's find out why. I tend to be hungry around 8 o'clock at night, and I've been having about 5 to 6 ounces of London roll, and that happened last night. You didn't see it in the video. I didn't tell you about it because I was already done recording for the night. So that happened. It is in my macros. It will reflect when we go over it on the 8th of what I did for the whole first week of May. That being said, it's not hurting me any because this morning I woke up at 176.2. So that is a new low for this whole entire year. Okay, I'm getting closer and closer to the 160s, and then I'll be right there at the 150s. But let's be honest, I only held in the 150s for a couple of days. Okay, so I never even, I'm like, oh yeah, I got down to 157 point something. But it was only for a week, maybe, if that. So I'll be excited when I hold it, right? Or I'm just excited right now. Like, I'm liking myself in my clothes. I'm feeling so much great about myself. And if you saw yesterday's video, I wasn't really feeling that way before when I was smaller because my brain was still saying I was fat and I needed to lose tons of weight. And now I go look at those videos and look at those pictures. I'm like, girl, that is so tiny. That's so tiny. What were you talking about? I don't feel fat right now. I want to lose some more of my belly weight that I put on. I want to lose some of my thigh weight. But let's also on the scale, my actual cups, my boobs, my rib cage is dropped, but they really need to be a triple D. They're kind of smushing in the double D right now. My rib cage is only 34. So some of that weight is because of that, and my booty has got a lot of weight on it. So if all I want to do is lose some more inches in my stomach, especially the bottom part, and some of my thighs. It's really not about the number on the scale for me right now. It's just about, like, I'm wearing back into all my medium clothes with no problem. So, which is weird. Very weird, because that's, what is it, 20 pounds up still? A little less than 19, about 19 pounds up from my lowest, and I am wearing almost all the same clothes I wore, except a couple of pair of jeans I can't get into, but everything else, I am wearing the same thing. The dresses, everything's the same. So, my body's just took the fat on in different locations, I guess. And it's coming off in different locations. And I do know I did put some muscle on. So, that being said, I will talk to you in just a little bit because I got some things to do. It is 12. This is my first meal of the day. I'm having the snickerdoodle Oh, I can't even talk. Keto chow with some cinnamon sprinkled in. So there's no collagen in this one. I just had a collagen coffee about an hour ago. So I'm actually really starving, was about to make beef and eggs and realized it's not a beef day. It's a chicken and fowl and fish day. So I'll be eating later and recording what I eat. I have a little more than half a pound of cod here. And we're going to be making some yum yums, which means I'm going to also probably need to melt some butter. Actually, we might skip the butter and just do eggs. So I'm just going to smush it up some. I had a pair of scissors and forgot I needed to use them to do this and put it in the sink, and I don't feel like cleaning them and digging them out. So I'm just going to use my hands. It is just me eating this today. Do got to get more cod for tomorrow, which will be on the grill. Of course, I could use my blender real fast, but then I'd have to clean that mess too. And I don't know what size pieces I really want anyway, so I don't want them too tiny. Probably more chunkier. Kind of like this. Of course, you could use a cutting board. More dishes though. Knife, cutting board. I'm anti-dish today. I have dishes still to clean from yesterday. Gonna make some bigger pieces too. You can do this with a can of tuna or a can of chicken. I wanted to try and see what it'll taste like with my cod. Alright, now I need to grab my eggs and my savory chicken keto chow. To say the snickerdoodle keto chow as ice cream was amazing. Like, so yummy that I will probably not be buying the vanilla now. I was gonna buy a vanilla, but the snickerdoodle, I forgot. I never knew it would taste so good as ice cream. Holy crap, so good. All right, I'm gonna do 2 eggs. Okay, got my cheese. Gotta get cheese in a second. Gonna do the eggs first. I might need 3. Right now we're starting with 2 eggs. 1 scoop or package of savory chicken keto chow, or if you want a different flavor, I'm sure you can use any of the other ones. I can't use almond flours, no nuts, nothing like that, even when it's not challenges, so I automatically, this is my go-to for my flour. I'll go ahead and mix this in here. If you see me do the March one, where I was eating canned chicken for like 2 weeks straight, kind of the same as that recipe. Might add some more keto chow too. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab my cheese first. Okay, so in this challenge we're allowed 2 ounces of cheese is what Wendy was going with, and I'm just going to stick with that. I'm going to need some for frying, being it's going to go on the bottom of the pan. So I got, you can't really see, I'm over here on my scale trying to weigh out 1 ounce of cheese. That way I still have an ounce that I can sprinkle all over the pan. So I might go under, but not go over. This is what the 1 ounce looks. I do weighing. It's just better for me to weigh stuff on the scale. Olive oil sprayed in my pan. Let's see. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and throw some cheese in the pan. Not a whole terribly lot. We're going to sprinkle some on the other side as well. We just want to give it a little crispy. I'm going to go ahead and turn my pan on high. Now, I should have cooked the chicken, not chicken, but the fish first. Because I don't know how well this is going to cook the fish through without burning everything. Is one thing I'm a little worried about. Because I've never cooked fish, like fried fish or anything like that. And this is totally different. So, mix this all up. So you could do this with pico. You could totally do this with pico. I'm making a big old mess. Alright. So I want these kind of big. I'm not even gonna lie. I want them flat though, because I don't want it to take longer to cook. So I'm patting them out like hamburgers. Big old juicy hamburgers. Now I'm going to flatten them once I put it in my pan. Don't worry, my stove is clean, so I'm going to use that. I made sure to clean it first because I make messes. Which means I have to clean it after too. So this is an experiment. I don't know what's going to turn out, if it's going to be good or not. I'm not even going to lie, I have no clue on this. I know the chicken is amazing. I made like this before. Alright. This is all trash. Gonna need to sprinkle some more cheese on top for when I flip it. Alright, so I'm cooking it on about a 6. That's what it looks like, and I will let you see once I flip it. I'm gonna cook this for a while. Totally forgot to add seasoning. Normally I would have put black pepper and everything in it. So I just sprinkled a bunch of, where's the camera? There we go. Real salt, organic sea salt all over it because I forgot. Totally forgot to season this bad boy up. Technically it's fully cooked, but I like the crispiness to be more brown. Cheese, so we're just going to keep on cooking it until it's the color I like. This is what we got going on so far. I think it's looking yummy. They make a Splenda relish, which I don't have, that you could totally use with this. I don't want to make a lot. I don't usually do that much tartar at all. Going to make a tiny bit. This is a very small, that's 2 tablespoon container. This is just a normal spoon. Only putting a tiny bit in there. Gonna squirt a little more than a tablespoon or about a tablespoon. Probably about, because that's a 2 tablespoon thing. So 1 second, let me flip this. About to pull them off because I don't want to dry out the fish too much. The sweet relish would be way better than the dill. You probably want a little more relish in there than I put. That'll be a full, normal spoon that you eat the ice creams and stuff with. Some black pepper in mine. And voila, that's my seasoning, or my dip. So I did add some of that seasoned salt to this and some dill weed. It was a little too bland. It really didn't taste like anything to me. It just tastes like mayo. And I am probably going to, oh yeah, that's butter, but I want it sweet. So, a little sweet and low. Stevia, whatever you want. I'm using sweet and low because that's what I like. Okay, that's better. Usually I stick some mustard on it, but I'm ready to eat and I'm making a mess. So my cod was so yummy and too filling, and now Dino is making his, and his smells amazing. He used the buttery steakhouse seasoning from Kinder's. He's going to show y'all. This is one of my favorites. What else did you stick on it, baby? Is that pepper?
Salt, pepper.
It smells so good.
And then butter.
I think we're going to be in love with fish again as long as Laddles keeps, or however you pronounce it, keeps it this cheap. Okay, so for Mother's Day, we were going to go out to eat, but I'm thinking it's all going to be crowded, and I have been doing my electrolytes. I did take an ibuprofen, and I was going to go out and get a salad, because I know I'm going up from water weight anyway, so who cares? But the truth is, I just spent 3 hours trying to edit my video. It is 5:30 and I don't want to go nowhere, and I'm really craving more of this fish dish. My mother had given me 2 packs that I had bought my daughter. One was, she thought was leaking but wasn't sure. I'm glad I opened them slowly and didn't mix them together, because one actually was bad. But I'm getting my eggs and stuff as I'm talking to y'all. So, one was bad. And I decided not to be lazy because I have a load of dishes I need to do, and I just chopped them up instead this time, making sure I wanted bigger pieces, more even a little, just to try something different. I am still going to use 3 eggs. Not 3, 2 eggs, because it holds it together well. It's a little over half a pound of cod. This is like my new favorite dish. So now I gotta find a place to get cod. Everywhere else is crazy expensive. And I don't know how to work frozen meat. I don't know, would this defrost? Like, I did ask someone because there was a comment of their good prices at Aldi's frozen. This was a great price, okay? This was like $4 something a pound. I used to pay for fresh. I don't do farm at all, ever in fish. So fresh, open water, ocean water cod, we would pay like $11 before the C word. After the C word, it's up to $17 now a pound. So when I got this for $4 something a pound, I should have bought the store out and froze it and seen what would have happened, because it's my new favorite thing. And now the store don't even have it anymore. And I love it. Love it. So I am going to season it this time, but I'm going to be very careful not to add too much seasoning like Dino did. It was very salty. He did not realize that the seasoning of mine, the buttery steakhouse, actually has salt in it, and he added more salt to it. So it was very, very salty. Still good. Very salty for him though. And truthfully, a little too salty for even me. So that's saying a lot. So we're just gonna mix all this up, get this nice and coated. Before I throw in my keto chow and my cheese. I'm actually might have to use different cheese on it too. Parmesan cheese works very well too if you like the taste of Parmesan. Let me go ahead and grab that. Oh, I have more Kobe. We're going to stick with Kobe Jack. Okay, I have enough Kobe Jack. Alright, so I'm going to use a little bit, as I drop everything, my real salt, organic seasoned salt. I love this on fish and chicken. It's so amazing. You're just going to sprinkle some and stir it. Sprinkle a little more. Oh, it smells so yummy. Love, 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 love their seasoning. Some black pepper. I like the can't talk today, people. My headache was so bad. The electrolytes have really helped, and of course so did the ibuprofen, but I do still have a major headache. Alright, let me grab the savory chicken. So I have had 2 keto chows today. This will make my 3rd one. It's Mother's Day, so I've decided if I want a 4th one, I will have a 4th one and go like 30 total carbs today. Here we go. Because the keto chow, it seems to not affect me. I've had 4 keto chows in a day, and it is not the same total carbs as when I'm having a salad or something else. When I hit 30 total carbs or 20 total carbs with other items, other foods, I can't lose any weight. But I can hit 20 total carbs and 30 and still lose weight. But like I said, I took ibuprofen. I do not expect to lose weight, and it's Shark Week. I don't expect to lose weight until the end of the week. I expect that scale to go up, 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 or down. Like, I do not expect anything until the end of Shark Week. It's just how it works with my body. Okay, now I want to put 1.5 ounces of cheese in here. Let me get my scale. I prefer to just weigh it on a scale. Easiest thing, instead of trying to get like the whole spoon crap going on. Okay, I'm pretty good at this. I probably don't even need a scale. Always three grabfuls of my hand is always 1.5 ounces. Every time. I don't even know why. I don't even trust myself like I should. It happens every time. Okay, so I have some olive oil in here. I will, after it's been cooking for a little while, I also throw in 1/2 tablespoon of Kerrygold butter. It is what actually turns it its beautiful color, the beautiful brown color. Without it, it just doesn't get that gorgeous brown that I like. So I'm probably going to use more than I'm probably doing 3 ounces of cheese today, just because I want it really covered. Really covered. Let me get my gloves. I'm not a raw meat fan of any kind. Throw this in here. I do have dishes I have to do today. Okay. So this might be more fish than shell this time, but that is okay. That is more than okay. Come on, sticky stuff. Like I said, not always the prettiest thing, but good grief, it tasted yummy to me. Like, I really miss fried fish, and this totally did it for me. This was so much like fried fish yesterday that I was so happy. Because of the cheese, it really gives it a crispy texture. And the keto chow gives it like a flour texture, and I really love the taste of the keto chow, the savory chicken one. Like I said, you can do whatever flavor you like. Okay, Come on, keto chow, get on there. I know I don't like touching raw stuff, but I don't want to waste it. So we're just gonna throw it on there. All right, might as well give up. Because the more I touch it, the more it gets stuck. There we go. All right, so now we're gonna fry, and then I will put some more cheese on top, and we'll come back and look. My sister is on the phone, so I almost couldn't record, and this is what it looks like, and I think it's close to 6:15. Fish stuff was so yummy, but I have to admit, I've had a harder time breathing because my stomach has swollen after eating all the cheese. It was like 2.5 ounces of cheese. I'm thinking last month worked on me so well and had such a small stomach because I eliminated heavy creams and cheese. Yep, I think cheese might be a no-no for me. We will see, because my stomach is big, round, and I'm having heartburn. Hey, it's 1 p.m. I'm starving. The brisket is smelling amazing out there. It's got a long ways to go, so I'm having one of my chocolate toffee keto chow with half a scoop of chocolate perfect keto collagen. This is horrible. I hear thunder and lightning, and I don't want to get rained out. This is what I'm eating so far. I have my ZD. I'm having a tiny bit of Hughes mixed with a bunch of mustard and vinegar. It's 12 o'clock. I'm having my first collagen coffee, so I did intermittent fast. I'm having about 4 or 5 ounces of the brisket and 3 full eggs. It is 11:38. I will be breaking my fast with 11 ounces of London rolled, fried up. Well, I used a tiny bit of my olive oil spray and my Redmond real salt, the cherry wood one, and some black pepper. Just fried it to medium rare. And I usually use eggs, but I'm going to try a day with no eggs. Okay, so it is 7 o'clock. I'm eating my first meal of the day. I don't know if I'm going to like it. It is cod. I grilled it. I'm going to give it a chance. We'll see. And I'm having a strawberry ziti. Well, everyone else eats the hamburgers, but it's not a beef day, so I'm not eating hamburgers, but boy, they smell so good, and we cooked them on the grill. Let's do the weigh-ins for me. Starting off at 178.6. Second day, I went up 179. Third day, I went up 179.4. Then I jumped down to 176.4. Then I got to 177.0, 177.0, 176.2. This is my lowest, people, right there on Saturday. And starting this week, which is the end of last week, is 176.6. I'm going with the lowest, And even if I didn't, that's still a 2-pound weight loss. So it's either, however you look at it, it's a 2-pound weight loss or 2.4 pounds. But I'm gonna go with 2 pounds. We'll just go ahead and do that. And then this will be the starting number for this week.